Okay, I need all eyes on me in 5, 4, 3, 2, Anton, 1. Thank you. Anton. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of review. I know you guys have talked a little bit about author's purpose before, but I have a little activity that I think should be fun. But we're going to go over author's purpose. And the way to kind of remember author's purpose is the acronym PI. So that's persuade, inform, or entertain. So typically when an author is writing a piece of text, it is either to persuade you to think a certain way, or to believe what they think, or to come over to their side. So that's persuasive. Informative means you're going to let someone know about something, and that's usually a nonfiction text, and that's just telling everything that you know about a certain subject. And entertain is kind of the more fun, jokey, just trying to get someone to be entertained. It is what it sounds like. So just to go a little bit deeper into this, like I said, author's purpose is easy as pie. So persuasive text means that the author is trying to get you to do or try something. So an example of that is when you're watching TV, you see a commercial, and the commercial tells you all about a product, and it's their hope that by showing you that commercial, they can persuade you to buy whatever they're trying to sell. Another example of that is billboards. When you're driving down the street and you see a big billboard advertising a service, or you'll see lots of lawyers have billboards and they want you to hire them and give them money so that they can live. Also, you'll see just advertisements. People will give their opinion, reviews. You'll see in the Nashville Scene, which is a weekly publication that comes out, we have a person who goes around and she reviews all of the restaurants, and she will tell you her opinion about why you should or should not eat at this restaurant. Also, you'll see political ads. Right now you guys are hearing all about Hillary Clinton's campaign, Donald Trump's campaign, Bernie Sanders' campaign. All of those people want your parents to vote for them. And you guys can vote when you're 18. But those are all designed for you to be persuaded to think that the way that person thinks. All right, we also have informative text, and that is when the author is trying to give you information and teach you facts. And an example of that is when we watched our documentary the other day during lunch, when we watched all the different children and how they get to school. That documentary was designed for you to be informed or to gain knowledge about how people in the world live their lives. Also, that's, like I said, nonfiction text. So when we were reading yesterday about Mexico and the different foods that they eat, that's for you to be informed about how a certain people live in a certain area of the world. Also, in your history books, news articles that tell you what's going on in the world, even a recipe that tells you just the directions of how to make something, that is to inform you, for you to know how to do something. And also when you're reading biographies, and a biography is a story of a person's life. Okay? And then last, there's entertain. That's the E part of pie. And then the author is trying to get you to enjoy a story and keep your attention by giving you interesting details that keep you wanting to turn the page. And an example of that could be fiction, so things like fairy tales that are make-believe, that are really just there for entertainment, fantasies, mysteries. When you're reading a comic book, that's an example of entertaining. And then we also have adventure stories and romance stories. I don't know if you guys are reading too much romance these days, hopefully not. But those are all examples of why an author is writing text: to persuade, inform, and entertain. Okay, so just to remember, this kind of breaks it down very simply. Persuasive, the P part of pie, is when you're reading that, if you're trying to determine whether or not what you're reading is persuasive, informative, or entertaining, In a persuasive text, look for opinions. I feel this way. I think this way about a certain thing. When you're looking for informative text, look for facts. Look for information. When you're trying to determine if a text is entertaining, look for different characters. Like I said, fairy tales are full of different descriptive characters. And then also look for a problem or a plot. And that's how you'll know that that text is an entertaining text. Okay? Because we're going to do an activity here in a little bit where you're going to have to determine what type of text it is. So these are things to look for. Any questions so far about this? On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 showing me that you think that you really have a good understanding of this, where are you guys right now? Hold up your hands. 1 means I don't really understand this, and 5 means I totally understand this. Okay. Micah, where are you? Quintez, where are you? Okay, good. All right. So I'm going to leave this up here. And this is for you guys just to think about when you're looking at these different scenarios that I'm going to give you. Which section best fits this text, okay? So when you're thinking about it, did the author make you laugh? Then it's probably going to be entertaining. Did the author tell a story? Then it's probably going to be entertaining. Did the author amuse you? Entertaining. Did you get facts? Then it's going to be informative. Did the author teach you something? Then it's also going to be informative. Did the author try to convince you or persuade you? Did they want you to think a certain way? Then it's going to be persuasive. Or did the author want you to change your opinion? Then it also might be persuasive. Okay, so at this point, we are going to partner you guys up. Ms. Copeland, I know you said you have preferred partners.
Yes.
Can we pair those students up that you think would work best together?
Yes. Or that are going to work best together. So Ms. Copeland does not care if you like your partner or you don't like your partner. You want to be with your friend, your bestie, whatever. Ms. Copeland is going to